Yeah, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Factorio. If you guys have been enjoying the series so far, if you guys have, you guys know to smash the like button if you haven't started already. And with that, let's get into the episode. So, kind of forgot to record again. Have been busy with a bit of Home Depot Bob the Builder projects going on recently, and have just been really tied up in that. And then kind of got busy this Memorial Day weekend, but we should. I know I've said this for the last like 7 episodes. We should be back on schedule for things, but because of that, didn't have much time this week, so kind of forgot whatever it is I was planning with this. Oh, that's right. We were trying to fix to get trains to actually be able to go in, but I think we just don't have enough trains. But I think it should be fine for right now, honestly. We'll try to worry about it later, but with that existing, I think let's take a look at Big Bertha, do some ship designing and stuff. So with that, right, we need these legendary ones, but in order to do legendary ones, we need just some more space. I do not mean to do that, so let's take this guy, right, because I know we have one. And actually, oh, okay, it's gonna do that to me. Okay. I have not played this game. I don't know my hotkeys. Jesus. Alright, let's do one of these. Not one of these. One of those. One of this. Alright, so that should fix that, because that will give us access to all of these. Maybe. There we go. Now storage is fixed. Okay. And then that goes in there. Perfect. Okay, so now the ship can actually start to build itself mostly properly. Let's go ahead and take these. We'll just move them up to there just so we have actual like forward defense until laser turrets and things. We definitely don't have enough actual power. So one of the things is our little smart grinder, so to speak. So we have all of our inputs coming in, although we do need to tie these together. And then we'll go like so. And then we can go like so. Actually, if we really want to, you know, min-max space here. Oh, actually, no, we can't go on that one. Because we're going to have this guy, which is going to feed back into the ammo belt there. Alright, so we will have to go on this bottom one. Because it is going to look something like that. Like a so. And really the idea here is just so we can recycle ammo. So that if for whatever reason the ammo in the rear is either not enough or too much, it gives these front turrets an opportunity to cycle back the ammo. I'll take these, and we'll do something like that, something like that. Alright, there we go. So now actual ammo can cycle back through. Now here, with the ore, let's go. Let's maximize our coverage here. And since there's no point in doing it multiple times, that's going to be the thing that I found with these types of ships, though, is as you go through and you build them out, you, of course, run into a belt or an underground or something else that I know I've talked about before here on the channel, is just, I don't know, in my opinion, things that don't make sense, right? You have arguably a really good system for, like, the underground automatically flips, but the underground belt does not. I feel like I could tighten this up, actually. because then we can get it down. Like that. Like that. There we go. Just make it all in line. Because I really don't imagine we're gonna have too much. Technically, we do the same thing right here. I'm sure this will probably back up. But you know what? We can worry about that once that bridge gets crossed. Because what I would hate is for us to... I mean, I don't think we're going to not have enough space for everything. Like, I think we'll be fine. And that should be good. Oh, you know what? We have to do it down here, too. Health is taking damage. Yeah, stuff here, which makes sense. And we do have 2 trains. What the heck is going on? Oh, really? We don't have rail signals? Okay, we are going to have to fix that. Interesting. Oh. Huh, yeah, okay, we'll fix that here in a second. Let me fix this. And then we'll go fix that. Alright, and then like so, like so. I am definitely getting in the mood again for Biter Hell and all that comes with, especially with modded. Because I have been following the Angels Bob's updates, and I believe they're now compatible with this, but they haven't added anything significant. I'm trying to convince my friends to get into Crastorio, Spaced Out, I think is what it is, as well as Pteranodons, but I don't think that's gonna happen because they are not masochists. But never say never, I suppose. Okay, I have to remember what all of these are in order to utilize them. I just realized because I have not utilized this in a minute. So let's try to figure this out. And I did rip this from another ship that I found somewhere, so this is not my design. I have very little working knowledge other than what goes on a belt. Okay, so iron ore goes here. Iron's flowing down. Does anything else go on the iron belt? Yes. I don't like those sounds. Why are those... Why is... Oh, that goes there. Okay. So then... Calcium. Okay, so this is iron and calcium. So iron and calcium are definitely going to be... over there. Does liquid iron need... Oh, I bet I can't see it in here. Molten iron. Where is molten iron? Lava. Here. It doesn't have the recipe. Of course it doesn't. But I bet I can see it in here, right? Yeah. That's so strange. Whatever. Yeah, so iron and calcium is here. And it's also used in the fuel we need, which I am blind as a bat right now. Why can I not see it? Is it just not... Oh, it's not on that tab. Okay. Yeah, iron and calcium water. Okay, so it's the same exact recipe, so we can reutilize that then. So let's... So what? Let's assume 2 spacing in case we have to do anything weird, right? And then 1, 2. But then this has to step up, right? Yeah. There we go, that gives us that. Okay. And then 1, 2. Alright, so that's connected. So now we need to find where the heck the iron one goes. Or not iron, the copper one. Copper is this one? Really? Okay. What is copper all used for? That's a great question. See, that's how long I haven't touched this game. Is 2 weeks of no Factorio and your brain just goes to mush. It also doesn't help. I have been playing other things in my time. It's just right now my schedule with my friends has been really weird. So let's see. Rockets need explosives, which need iron and sulfur. Yeah, so there's nothing there for copper. Well, it needs copper plate. Yeah, okay, so let's just reverse this, because I see zero reason for this to exist as it is. Except... Oh, that's gonna be a pain if we do that, though. I mean, it would... Obviously, it would make perfect sense to just do this, right? But now we have to try to reverse... that. Because that just hold all belts, yeah. That doesn't really work. Oh, I see it. I think it's just there to read it, so that should be fine. Don't quote me, though. We are going to find out very quickly if that works. Okay. Now, I honestly cannot remember if this... Well, no, it should work, right? Because it side loads here, so it's just like the iron. Okay, perfect. So now that works all the way down. And then... Let's see, okay, what's the next one? The next one's sulfur. Sulfur goes up here, which goes here, which gets mixed with more sulfur. Oh, okay, so 2 middle are sulfur. Got it, got it. Yeah, that's what happens when you use other designs you just don't fully understand. Or, like in my case, I just refuse to fully understand them. Or remember what they were. Okay, and then this is carbon, which gets put on a belt. So carbon and... What is carbon and calcium used for? That seems... Oh, you know what? I did screw up that other belt. It is not this. That does not go there. At least not for that. Like, it can come down here, but it's not going to come down for that. We need calcium. For other things. Because the other liquid we need is... Again, it's not going to show me there. What the hell? Here. Yeah, carbon and calcium come down here. Copper, actually, funny enough, can come out here. But that's... Gonna do this. And that. Because what we can do is we can melt all of the ore here. Pipe it up reduce here, I think, is what we'll do. Yeah. So we need whatever belt is fuel, which I think is this one. This one's just pure carbon. This one is both. Yeah. So how do I get it back down below? I mean, we could, right? Yeah. Let's remove this. Let's invert this. We'll do that. All right. Out. Ooh, except, you know what? It splits it. 50-50. Which we can't do going this way. Just kidding. So it's not going to be as nice, but we'll make it work, I guess. Yeah, we'd still route it this way. Like that. Okay. Now we are going to need... I'm going to actually cut that back. We are going to need a way to eject some resources. And I know we did mention that we could, you know, do it here, which I suppose is fair, but we're probably going to do it like here because of where it lands in terms of the ship is we could probably, yeah, like here and here, these joints. So we'll leave this left-hand side mostly open for that. Alright, so that should take care of the oxidizer and things. So let's see, we have whatever this belt is, which is a mix. No, it's not a mix. It is just the ice. Okay, so all the ice comes onto this belt, which I think we needed some ice for some water, and then obviously water for these things. So let's do... I'm trying to think of the best way to route this, huh? We'll route it like this, because what I can do is, yeah, we can route water there. And then that gives us some room to route things, and we'll clean it up as needed. This guy can be water for, I think, sulfuric acid. Speaking of which, is that what this belt is? No, this is just a pure carbon line. What is carbon used for? Gathered from, used in. So it's used in thruster fuel, which... I close the... Aw, it's not gonna... Yeah, okay. So, it's not gonna stay open if I click. Will it stay open if I use... Yeah, okay. So, it's used in thruster fuel here, which is down here, right? So that box checked off. We know we're not making science up here. We know we're not making carbon fiber or tungsten. Coal synthesis. Because you know what? I bet coal, right? If I hit back, does... Oh, back doesn't do it. Bruh. Okay, so let me go back to carbon. So carbon. Obviously, we're getting carbon not from this. We're getting it from the crusher. So then it's probably used here, mixed with sulfur, to get coal. Coal is then probably what... Yeah, that's exactly what it is, so that we can make explosives. Okay. So this is part of the explosives. So I'm going to just put these two together because that's what they're going to be used for. And then is this sulfur? I think it is. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Okay, so these three go for explosives. And then those things go down. Got it. Cool. So let's do a thing bit annoying, but let's do a thing. Yeah. So this top one's water, which we can probably produce here, maybe? How big is the water setup? Oh, we're almost out of time. Let me try to figure this out as quickly as we can. So we do something like that, and then ice into water, right? How much water do we need? So every second we need 40 water. This produces 20 a second. So we literally just need 2 of these. Okay. And then I bet we do that. Yep, perfect. Alright. We can go ahead and just remove that. And then... You know, I don't need a stack. It's sort of like that. Let's do that. That should be fine. Alright, so that should produce enough water. And then we could route the water around and down. Yeah. I'm not sure on that yet. Let's see, we do... We get a pipe there. Something like that. Let me route water there. Okay, so that should give us water. Assuming we actually had asteroid collectors functioning. Okay, so that works. And then we'll have to, of course, figure out overages and stuff so that everything functions correctly. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of doing some small things around the base. I did not mean for the robots to do that, but they are doing it, and I am pressing all of the wrong buttons. I'm going to go through and finish getting these rail signals built. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Hope you guys learned something. If you guys did, you guys don't do smash like button if you haven't done so already. With that, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Peace out.